Greetings, my friend. Wanted to just highlight one of my new little beautiful strength workouts that I'm working on for my new program. Today's back in biceps day, but pull chain, if you will, and feeling a little under the weather today. So basically this was just a way to get some tension into the muscles, some blood flow, and feeling good. Not really pushing myself all that hard, but starting off with our core exercise here, of course, simple classic pull-ups, focusing here on really generating a lot of proactive tension in the lats, shoulders, and biceps, particularly at the bottom of each repetition. So you can see I'm really focusing on the eccentric motion here, maintaining the tension, not letting it release. That not only helps to keep the muscle under tension to stimulate more strength and hypertrophy, but also takes stress out of the joints, particularly the elbows. So just a couple of quick sets there, nothing too hard. Finishing off with a little bit of lateral bicep curls here. This is one of my all-time favorite bicep exercises. If you're ever having trouble really getting a lot of juice, so to speak, in your biceps, this one cannot go wrong. It's kind of like those lateral curls that you would do on cable crossovers, but with body weight. Very good for back stability and ensures a lot of work and tension in the biceps. Got both sides there, of course, about 10 repetitions, followed immediately by my rear flies. And rear flies I like to throw in just as a way to make sure I'm hitting a little bit in the upper back. You can see I'm getting quite a bit of scapular movement here, but I'm again trying not to release the tension. I'm not relaxing in the bottom. I get questions all the time about folks saying, what about dead hangs? What about doing dead hang pull-ups and stuff? And I'm not a fan of anything that is encouraging you to release the tension. The tension is the whole point of the exercise. That's where we create our stimulus. And so maintaining the tension in a stretched out or elongated muscle, like in the bottom of these flies or the bottom of the pull-up, is a very valuable skill to learn. You can see how my right shoulder is still a little bit less stable than my left one. That's why my right arm is bending a little tiny bit more. It's always good for me to see myself working in these videos for a little bit of self-assessment. It's very valuable to watch yourself work out and train. It's something I always recommend to people. Very few people ever do it, but you learn so much watching yourself. And then I finished off with some stretch outs here on the straps. This is classically, of course, a bit of an abdominal exercise or flexion chain movement, but I'm really focusing again on maintaining the tension in my lats in the stretched out position. Of course, tension in the abs and glutes as well for the stability, but I'm using this almost as much of a kind of like a pullover motion for the lats to finish off the back. And then the fact that I'm also working the ever-living hell out of my abdominals is also a nice bonus, making sure that I'm working with the range that I have tension at and control. I'm not trying to stretch out as far as possible where you lose the supportive tension in the abs and then you feel it in the lower back. So use the range of motion that you have control and support with throughout the exercise rather than just trying to get out as far as possible. So there you go, folks. Best of luck in your workouts. Be fit and live free.